Hello, nerds. Welcome to GeekBeast, part of the Geekish Network. This is your daily rundown of geek news from geeks like you. If you're new to our show, we cover the geek news beat and share our opinions with you, which you can take home as faxes. FAX. I'm going to stick with that. Not FACTS. You can send them to everybody you know and love and tell them it's the truth. I'm your host, Chuck, and with me we have our illustrious co-host, Randy. Say what's up, Randy.
What's up, GeekBeast? Hey, Chuck, man, what are we talking about tonight?
We're talking about a number of things, but if you're in the chat, you can talk too. So leave your comments. We'll address your comments on air, and we will talk about all the things in the news today. So let me take the first article. Tunic and Betrayal at Club Low are front runners in IGF 2023. Organizers of the 2023 Game Developer Conference are excited to reveal this year's finalists for the 25th annual IGF Awards. So it's the gaming awards done by gaming professionals.
Okay.
It's part of the longest running festival summit showcase celebrating independent gaming and their creators. So Tunic is in the forefront, and Betrayal at Club Low is in another game in the forefront. So the Tunic team is an action adventure starring a heroic little fox who sets about exploring a foreign land brimming with colossal beasts, strange and powerful items, and long-lost secrets. Betrayal at Club Low, Cosmo D Studio, is an independent tabletop-inspired RPG role-playing game with a tactical dice-driven gameplay that gives players multiple ways to approach each uncovering mission.
Is this a big game?
These are small, they're little itty bitty games, so they're independent games. So they're usually teams probably anywhere from one person up to probably 20, 30 people at the most.
And have you played them?
I played Tunic. Tunic is beautiful.
It's good.
I haven't played Betrayal at Club Low. I think I own Betrayal at Club Low. I bought it in one of these game packs I bought a long time ago. But these are games that usually sell for probably less than $30.
Okay. All right. So they're inexpensive,
right?
Relatively inexpensive games, yeah.
Some games, yeah. And they're exciting games. They're really, really, really good games. So yeah. So they're in the forefront leading. That's usually rare. Usually it's something that comes off from Nintendo or something that takes the IGF awards.
Why Nintendo?
No, because a lot of games, the small games, get pushed over to Nintendo. These are based games that blow up really big on Nintendo.
I got you.
You know, last year, I think it was last year's game of the year was Hades, or year before last was Hades.
Mm-hmm.
Hades is a small independent game, and it was game of the year across the board.
Okay.
And so that's like blockbusters getting beat for a really small game.
All right, I'm with you.
Yeah. So speaking of the IGF awards, we also got Oscar nominations.
I saw some of them, and I must say that I was a little surprised at some of these nominations.
Okay. So the Oscar nominations for 2023, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, a twisty sci-fi adventure, led the nominations for the 95th Academy Awards. They got 11 nods.
Good for him. It's got my girl in here, Michelle. Yeah, she's amazing.
Brother, he's like, this movie looks dumb and stupid. And I had to look at him and say, Theo, we're jumped in the movie 35 minutes in. I still know what's going on. Like, no, we missed the pinch point over 15 minutes ago.
I'm gonna tell him you talking about him too.
Tell him that.
I am. I'm gonna tell him.
But Everything, Everywhere, All at Once is leading.
Yeah.
My brother, I told him this movie was good, and I'm not the only one that thinks it's good because it got 11 different nods.
Yeah, somebody like it. I haven't seen it yet, so
it's bad in movies.
I'm gonna tell him you talking about him.
Tell what you want to tell my brother,
bruh. Theo, it wasn't me. It was him. The one who looks like you. It was him. Wasn't me.
The Oscars will be held on Sunday, March 12th. So you just made mention that you were sort of skeptical of some of the nods that came out here. Give me what are you skeptical about?
Avatar for best movie.
I haven't seen it. Let me be honest. That's a 3-hour movie. I had to make that level of commitment. You
And
know,
I'm not saying that Avatar was a bad movie. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying maybe the criteria that they have for best movie and my criteria are different.
the first one got nominated for best movie too.
I don't think the first one got nominated for best movie.
Sure.
I'm pretty positive they trash ain't getting. I mean, it's as a work of art, it's beautiful. Like I'm pretty sure it got nominated for some awards. It didn't get nominated for best movie.
It is 10 movies get nominated in this category.
Yeah, they changed that. What about? It's been about a decade or so ago that they changed that to expand the list. And don't get me wrong, I think that sci-fi, certain high-priced budget films should be nominated. I just don't think Avatar is that one. I thought in
I think they're trying to. I think they're trying to appeal to a broader audience now.
and I get it. Yeah.
I think they realize like there's a disconnect between like the people that are actually going to the movies to all these like smaller films, right?
Yeah.
It's just So I think it's just in a way to appeal to them, which is I don't necessarily agree with or what, but I think that's what they're trying to do.
So like big tentpole movies, I don't mind. Like Spider-Man: No Way Home that year should have been nominated.
Rated it all for best picture.
Yeah, I thought Endgame should have been nominated. It stuck the landing. There's been several movies that could have been nominated. I just don't think Avatar should.
You don't think Avatar is better than Elvis?
Better than what?
Elvis.
Elvis?
Do you want to read the best picture list?
Okay, let's
Chuck,
go.
Yeah.
I'll read over the best picture.
Yeah.
Okay, these are the films in best picture category. All Quiet on the Western Front. Malta Grunner for producer. He's the producer behind it. Avatar: The Way of Water. James Cameron, John Landau, producers. The Banshee of Inisherin. Graham Brodent, Pete Seven, and Martin McDowell are the producers. Elvis, which is Baz Luhrmann, Catherine Martin, Gail Berman, Patrick McCormick, and Scholar Wise were the producers on it. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Daniel Kwan and Daniel Schneert and Jonathan Wang. The Fablemans. Christine McCoskey Kruger, Steven Spielberg, and Tony Kushner. Tar. Todd Field, Alexander McClellan, and Scott Lambert. Top Gun Maverick. Tom Cruise. Christopher McQuarrie, David Ellison, and Jerry Bruckheimer. Triangle of Sadness, Eric Hamidoff and Philip Bobber. And Women Talk, Dee Dee Gardner, Jeremy Kleiner, and Frances McDormand.
Man, most of those I haven't seen. Have you seen a lot of those?
No.
Yeah, so
I heard Fablemans is really good, and it may be the winner in that category. Steven Spielberg is going to campaign the hell out of it.
He always does.
And him and Top Gun Maverick are probably going to be the final two they're going to pick from, because Jerry Bruckheimer has a lot of money. And he's going to put a lot of money in his production.
Steven Spielberg has a lot of money too, but I mean, it's good that they are recognizing that your more larger tentpole movies should be included in these types of discussions. I just don't think that it was a hit for this list.
Maybe Everything, Everywhere, All at Once should probably win Best Picture of the Year, but they may not give it to it. They may give it for all the other parts, like Best Actor, Actress.
I want to see Michelle Yeoh.
They may give it there and say the best movie of the year goes to Steven Spielberg for
Steven Spielberg hasn't killed it in best movie or best director.
That's why he'll push really hard for this campaign for it.
Because Schindler's List is the only one he ever won for, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And The Fablemans, I heard, is really good. It's really good. But I can see Tom Cruise saying, "What? This is a movie that I produced out of my pocket, and I rode the back of a jet for this. We're gonna throw this up there for it. We're gonna put this up in there for it."
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, it's Tom Cruise, but he got paid. It paid off.
I'm gonna bet the bank we're gonna win this campaign.
It looks like Steven Spielberg won 3 Academy Awards.
You want
2 for Best Director, and then
What
let's
was
see
the
what else it.
best
what
picture?
was the other?
The Schindler's List for best picture, right?
Yeah, he won Schindler's List. What were the other ones that he won?
Hold on, let me see.
He's been nominated a couple times, I know. Several, but I thought he only had one for Schindler's List.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. He won Best Picture and Best Director for Schindler's List.
Mm-hmm.
He won Best Director for Saving Private Ryan.
Yes.
But Best Picture didn't win.
Because okay.
So those are the 3 that he's won.
He lost with it was a
3 Academy Awards.
yeah.
Yeah,
He
he's
hasn't
3.
killed it.
So he won one for Best Picture and Best Director for Schindler's List.
Mhm.
And then
Color Purple get anything that year?
Color Purple was nominated, but
Yeah.
it didn't win.
The one was Saving Private Ryan. They didn't
Well, at least according to this list, this is just Spielberg's.
the
wins.
Weinsteins
Like,
had the hell of the campaign for what was
but
it?
he did get Best Director for Saving
For
Private
all
Ryan.
the 90s and early 2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had that hell of a campaign for was it Shakespeare in Love that year? It was like it was one of them or something like that. But yeah, I know Steven Spielberg had, with all the success that he's had, I know he hasn't killed it at the Academy Awards. He's nominated a lot, but he doesn't win a lot of them. And 2 of them were for Schindler's List. So yeah.
Yeah, Shakespeare in Love beat out Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, because of the Weinstein's campaign for the Oscar. Yeah, it's chronicled. They hired like Bill Clinton's campaign manager. It was they sent like all of the whole board Cartier watches. It was all kinds of stuff.
Cartier watches. You get my vote for a Cartier watch, probably. You probably get my vote for a Cartier.
The campaign was really intense, and everybody was like, yeah, the Weinsteins was ahead of it. They were bashing it in it. There was like the only good parts on the beginning of it. It was a huge campaign. I remember when it was going on, and they talk about it in the DreamWorks book. Yeah, they did a really good job of marketing. So you were saying it, I think, a couple of days ago. The vote is up for sale.
The vote's for sale. It is for sale. It's the same Grammys and everything. Nothing is truly merit based. Like
it's
voting professionals. It's people that
and it's a campaign. So it's a campaign. It's like you're soliciting votes. Like, why should we vote for you?
Yeah. Well, Cartier watch came through.
Yeah, man, he was because I think that's when whatchamacallit, whatever his studio was, it was just kicking off because both of them had kind of started at the same time. DreamWorks was one of the first studios that had been made in forever since like MGM and all of that, and that was Katzenberg, Spielberg, I forget who else it was, but yeah, and it was competing against Miramax. Miramax was his thing, and they were going head for Saving Private Ryan and Shakespeare in Love. Which seems ridiculous, doesn't it?
And damn, Steven Spielberg should put more money in. They should have hired Clinton's campaign.
They put the money in. It was just the Weinsteins and Miramax ran a better campaign.
Yeah, true. So for you all to know, none of these award shows are really based on merits. They're campaigns, like political campaigns.
Allegedly. Facts. FAX.
Facts. Facts. It's well documented fact.
It is.
Funk has a comment. What is it? That's the Funk's comment. I'm off the page and go back to live. He was like, I want to say that it's interesting. Marcel, the shell with the shoe, got a nomination in the animated category when it's very live action. Interesting. So it got nominated as a live action. I wonder if this is to make up for Lego Movie getting shafted. Yeah. I didn't know that Marcel the shell with the shoes was live action. I thought it was actual animated.
Yeah.
And Fableman is his autobiography. Oh, so Fableman's Spielberg's autobiography. Yeah, that's going to win. They're going to throw the money on that sucker.
It's that's going to be a lifetime achievement award.
Yeah. That's how they're going to do that. It's going to be interesting with them doing this.
Yeah.
Kind of curious now.
I am too. Now this I hear it's an autobiography.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see the campaign and be like, bullshit. There's no way that should have won. I bet it's gonna be the women's movie gonna win that nobody's ever seen. Or Avatar is gonna win Best Picture. I can see Avatar winning Best Picture, I guess.
I don't know, man.
But I thought this was animated, but I guess uh, this looks so animated right now. I'm looking at it and I'm like, yeah, Marcel the Shell with shoes got a nomination. I guess it's in a, it's in a live action world.
But yeah.
It's a Marcel.
Yeah, so
The Shell.
Cool. It looks cool.
Yeah, it got nominated for animated.
So we'll see what's going to
happen. I'm quite excited about this. So I'm being behind the scenes, get to know a little bit more. I'm kind of curious how this is going to work out for them. So Adult Swim cuts ties with Rick and Morty creator Justin Roiland. I'm like, what the fuck did Justin do? Let's see.
He got domestic violence charges.
So Adult Swim says it's ending his working relationship with Rick and Morty co-creator and voice of both title characters, Justin Roiland, who's currently facing felony domestic violence charges. Development on Rick and Morty will continue without Roiland's involvement. The Hollywood Reporter says the Roiland roles will be recast, and the co-creator Dan Harmon will serve as the series' sole creator moving forward. According to the official Rick and Morty Twitter account, the remainder of the creative team is currently developing season 7 of the show. Adult Swim ordered an additional 70 episodes of Rick and Morty, which would extend the show through season 10.
It's over.
Jesus, Justin.
Let's see. Recast the voices. It's over.
Yeah, it's done because he's both voices. He's Rick and Morty.
Right. It's over.
He's the sounding board for Dan Harmon. So Dan's like, we're gonna make this scene, and Justin starts spitballing.
Right.
So you have that spitball that creative side. It's gonna be interesting.
It's even like when the Boondocks didn't have Aaron McCure back, and it just wasn't the same show. And they're gonna try to get somebody in there that'll do a bad imitation of it, or maybe even a good imitation, but it's not gonna be the same. It's over.
Let's not take Roland's charges lightly. Roland faces felony domestic violence charges later in the incident in January 2020. NBC News reported on the arrest and charges earlier this month, citing a criminal complaint filed in May 2022 in Orange County, California, by the county's district attorney. Roland is charged with 2 felonies: 1 count of domestic battery and corporal injury, and 1 count of false imprisonment by menace, violence, fraud, and/or deceit. If convicted, Roland could face prison time. The Rick and Morty co-creator was arrested in August 2020 and released on a $50,000 bond. Man, that's light. Roiland pleads not guilty to both charges at his October 14, 2020 arraignment.
Yeah. And if he's guilty of that, screw him, you know.
Yeah. That's the Geekish Network stance.
Yeah.
Of said charges.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Yeah, you out there beating up on women and your spouse. Yeah, we don't need them.
On women?
Yeah, it's not cool at all.
Is his wife or a woman?
I don't know. It just said domestic violence. I don't know what the charges are.
Yeah, it could be on children. It could be on anything.
Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, anybody. You can beat up some man and put him in a dungeon. I don't know. Just you don't put your hands on nobody. Should never put your hands on him.
He's guilty of those things. Then
put him in jail.
Yeah. I'm fine with him. I'm fine with him.
Swim handled it properly. You know, zero tolerance. Zero tolerance means even on alleged charges, we have to let you go. You know, because we have to inspire you to show your best behavior.
Yeah,
because you're representative of the company and your characters are very crass. Okay. Disney fans are selling Splash Mountain water after ride closes.
Is Splash Mountain closing?
Splash Mountain's closing. They're gonna turn into a Tiana ride.
Oh well, okay.
Yeah, they're closing Splash Mountain.
I love Splash Mountain,
But the fact that fans are going there with like little jars and having water and selling the water is pretty crazy, Randy. That's
it is.
crazy.
It is.
And the funk do to make a little bit of coin on the side. The funk telling me I'm wrong. You know you do that for me. You would actually go in there and splash. People are buying Splash Mountain water. I bet you some of them are going to drink it.
I bet you they are too.
The water.
They got to make back their money on the tickets somehow, man.
Yes, they do. I guess they do.
Right? This graphic has a price tag of 150. That's like a ticket, right? That's like one ticket.
That's like one ticket, yes.
When I went to the last time I was there last year, it was more than we paid more than 110 for a ticket.
It was 150.
Yeah, I paid like 138 on a Tuesday afternoon.
That's
wasn't Friday, wasn't nothing special, like 138 per ticket on just a Tuesday. Just a Tuesday. No special Tuesday. Just a regular random ass Tuesday.
Tuesday's not like a Friday in Disney.
What'd you say?
Every day is Friday at Disney.
I guess so.
Every day is Friday. So they sold the water. Miss Kate May selling them things for like $200.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, that ticket's a little low.
We got 4 kids. We need 4 jars. Fill them up.
Here's the mission.
My thing is this. Why would I just fill up 4 jars? I just go home and make 4 jars of the same exact water and sell it.
I don't know, man. I don't know how you verify it came from.
That's true. How are they gonna verify it, right?
It
like,
came from Splash Mountain.
Yeah.
All I gotta do is make 1 jar, take a picture of my kids farming 1 jar, and sell 30 jars just like it.
Right. Yeah,
they're gonna run some like CSI testing, you know, they're gonna
Nobody's checking the pH balance of this water. And if they are, I'll take some cool water and say, well, Disney changed the water to clean the ride out.
Yeah. There's no way to verify that this came from Splash Mountain. There's no way. And if you spend $200 on a jar of water because you believe it came from Splash Mountain, you're the fool.
Yo, this out. The funk came in and said, I saw videos of people refusing to get in line because they all wanted to be the last ever riders, so they were clogging up the entrance. Oh my God. People are wild. People are wild.
I don't know what to say.
And the same people are going to boycott the Tiana ride when it opens.
Oh, Lord.
Watch.
Well, we know they're mad that some of them are mad that there's just going to be a Tiana ride, period.
No, she's a beloved princess. People really like her as a princess.
These fools out here. Hey, in the Hunger Games, there was a beloved character who was black, and they were like, woo.
There you go, Chuck. You got a bargain. $25 for some water.
$25.
$25 on eBay for some water. It's a bargain. It's a bargain.
It is a bargain.
It's not even a jar. It's just like a little thimble almost.
And again, how do we know that came from Splash Mountain?
How you know it didn't come? Because I took a picture. Miss Kate, hey.
See, they took a picture in front of the sign.
Oh, they took it in front of the sign.
But then even then, it's like, I could do that.
I could do that and go home and make 15 other bottles.
Right. $25 for booty water.
$25 for booty water. It makes me what's it, Belle Delphine, who was selling her bath water, where she would jump in the tub for like 5 seconds in a swimsuit, do a video and jump out, and she was selling that water for like $125 a jar. And who's the girl that was selling her farts? Like she would fart in a jar, seal it up, and send it.
All right.
Everything selling.
This one is I would buy the other one rather than this one. This guy just put it in a Ziploc bag. $25 and wrote on a Sharpie.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Wow, $150 for a jar of Splash Mountain water. What do? You put it on your shelf. People are like, why you got that water on your shelf?
Like Bobby Boucher when his daddy went to the polar caps and he bought him back some water. You just use it as a souvenir that you got water from Splash Mountain.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm talking crazy. I have no idea why anybody would preserve water from Splash Mountain. I don't know.
Which Splash Mountain? Is it a difference in the price of water? If you buy one from each one, people are interested. People, $125, Randy. $150. I'm up all $150.
Yo, people are crazy. Check this one out.
You can
All
just
right.
buy a ticket. Well,
2009 Disney Splash Mountain Fast Pass collector card expires 7:45 to 8:30. Listed it for $5,000.
Okay.
What?
All right. I don't know what we're talking. I don't know what we're talking about
Fast
here.
Pass card. It's the card that you cut in line. They don't make the cards anymore, so you can cut in line with this card. So the
And it's
physical
specifically Splash Mountain.
card.
That's just yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's crazy. World's crazy.
That's crazy. The world is crazy. you know, you know. Um, let's go into speaking of cards. Pokemon fan says U.S. Customs destroyed $4,000 classic game. An original sealed copy of Pokemon Yellow, reportedly worth nearly $4,000, was ruined by U.S. Customs and Border Patrol protection after its seal was not only cracked, but in this case broken, and in front of the box sliced clean off in a wanton display of aggression against collectibles. So they purposely destroyed it.
Yeah, I would be pissed.
I would too. I would sue the shit out of the U.S.
Me too. 100%.
And it doesn't matter who did it. All y'all going down.
Yeah.
Emotionally distraught. I'm emotionally distraught over that and
The
everything.
value of it. I mean, if it's worth $4,000, yeah.
Nah, my emotional distraught is worth worth a couple of million.
Oh, I'm just saying that's the base price, right? I'm gonna get double the base price of that. Then I'm gonna get emotional distress, all kind of shit, lost wages from me not being able to work, all kinds of absolutely. Because they didn't have to do that. Yeah, they've just been an asshole.
Been an asshole. The master of unlocking has no idea why the U.S. Customs was so careless with a copy of Pokemon Yellow. He said the agency's actions seemed particularly egregious when there was other safe methods, such as slicing the seal at the top to inspect the case in the cartridge.
Yeah, man. And it's not the first time they've employed those methods to open something else. They did that being assholes.
Yeah.
There was no other reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like nerds. Look at him with these damn cars. Nerds.
Nerd. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I hope he hires a lawyer that loves villains to eat that case. Like, yo, you don't have to pay me a damn dime. Just give me 10% of what we're going to win.
I bet you that's what's going to happen. Oh, that's the way it's going to go. Yeah. Hell yeah. Screw them. Screw all that shit. And then he got to get flights everywhere for free forever, indefinitely.
Hey, Niantic is making a real world NBA game. I know how much you love the NBA. And this is the story we in on. So Pokemon Go developer Niantic has announced yet another new game, this time with the first foray into the world of sports. It's called NBA All World, starring the Lakers. How much you love
it. Them.
I just made that.
Oh, I was about to say, why them?
That face you made. The face you made. I did that.
Sorry, Rodney. Sorry, Rodney.
I'm about to mute you, man. I'm about to turn off the camera. Why the Lakers? Nah. Yeah, man. This sounds pretty dope.
It does sound good. The game will have some location-based storytelling elements tied to the hometown's NBA stars. That's dope.
Yeah, man. Sounds cool.
Yeah. Now, places and objects in the real world will become video game items. The convenience store near you has become a location to pick up stamina for your NBA player. The sporting goods store around the corner in the place to pick up the latest brand name shoes and customize your players. So you walk around. It's another sports game. You walk around and collect things and you build your game. Then you go to hometowns with the players. So like the greatest team ever, the Lakers, and you
What,
get
87? 2000? We sure ain't talking about 2023.
it's okay, Randy. We all live in the past.
Nah, I'm good with, if you said 87 is the best or like the 2000, I'd be like, okay, I can get with that. 2023? Nah.
2023 is a struggling year. Oh,
This actually sounds pretty interesting because they could do all kinds of like real world tie-in real world stuff with that, right?
Yeah,
Especially if like you go, oh, you have to pick up something at the nearest Foot Locker, you know, and then you're at the Foot Locker and the Foot Locker's offering like a discount to like, you know, show them the code or whatever, and you get discount on something, or there's like special merch. That actually sounds pretty cool. So they could actually probably monetize this like crazy, right?
Yep.
I think it sounds cool, man.
Ronnie, can I tell more story? Because I think this is a really
yeah. It's okay. Go for it.
Story. Amazon launches a $5 monthly subscription for prescription drugs. So you can buy your prescription drugs for $5 a month in your subscription.
Really?
An RX Pass in the US, a new drug subscription exclusive to Prime members that charges users $5 a monthly fee to ship their eligible prescription medication to their doorstep. So they will ship your drugs to you for $5.
Wow.
But that's just the shipping. That's not buying the actual drug.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll slowly get there. Drugs should be free in America.
Yeah, they should be.
Except Percocet and oxycodone. They shouldn't even sell those drugs. You got
we're talking about Percocet and Oxycontin are prescription.
They
well,
are prescription drugs.
They are, but no, we're not talking about them. But no, man, that's a cool though. That's a cool.
We're not talking about fentanyl neither.
Well, fentanyl, yeah, we ain't even going there. But no,
prescription drug. So, but yeah, the fact that they're willing to send drugs $5 a month in the mail. I think they should pull it off Prime and just make that a standard practice. Like, hey, because there's a lot of people that don't have the income, elderly, old people.
And that's what I was thinking. And they would be the ones who would most need it
because
the delivery. Yeah,
absolutely.
Can't drive or get around and have to pay for people. And yeah, if they could get it delivered straight to their mailbox, that would be great.
It would be great.
You know, so yeah. And maybe long term that is the goal. Maybe this is the pilot, right?
Yeah.
And so, you know, they're working out those kinks, like how we can make this feasible, economically feasible for, you know, elderly people or handicapped people or just people who don't have like transportations enough and they still need their medicine and everything. Yeah. So
that's very interesting because they could very much, you know, disrupt the industry a little bit with this. Yeah. Mark Cuban actually started a company very similar where he's selling drugs way lower than what the pharmaceutical companies are doing, and it's all mail order as well. So between, you know, this is what we want billionaires to do, right?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, not take over Twitter and be like stupid.
Not try to go out to the Mars.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a service that the government should support it and the billionaires should support it, that we can get medicine to the most vulnerable people who have hard times getting it.
Getting medicine, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it's so weird. Like in Japan, if you're elderly, they make sure you get your drugs. They ship them to you. You don't pay for anything.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
Like, you're 80 years old. How are you going to make any money to pay for these drugs we can ship?
Right.
We put that on the backs of the people that are working right now.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Instead, we have a presidential candidate talking about cutting Medicare.
And it wouldn't cost anything to do it. You know, if companies to pay for it to do it, yeah, it should be done.
Mm-hmm.
Come straight to your house.
Come to your house. You don't think
you can order it on your phone,
or doctor, your doctor prescribes medicine for you, and it's there at your house before you get back to your home, or it's on its way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they should
Right.
do
Yeah, absolutely.
you should
Yeah.
exactly do that. With that being said, that
Yeah.
concludes for today. Randy, you got anything you want to share with the people?
Well, tomorrow we're doing binge worthy, and we are talking about The Witcher, Blood Origin. Come back right after Geek Beast and hear what the binge worthy crew has to say about The Witcher.
Yes, Blood Origin. Rodney, since you chimed in today, you have anything you want to share with anybody?
Oh yeah, yeah. Just look forward to Pod Squadron will be coming back next week, next Monday. We had some, real scheduling issues and kind of the holidays and everything, but we'll be back next Monday. Coming back, I mean, basically ramping up, catching up on Bad Batch, and then ramping up to Mandalorian season 3, which starts on March 1st. And then I should be starting the game streams up again next week too.
I'm a horrible human being, right?
Yeah. No, for just me, and whenever you get ready and settled, Chuck, you get there. But we'll be there. Yeah. Whenever you get time, when you get ready, we'll do it. But yeah, we'll be starting that next week, and then we got a bunch of other stuff planned for the year, and slow and steady wins the race, right?
Yep.
So.
As always, I want to give a shout out to the chat, everybody that chimed in. Thank you, Defunct. Thank you, Miss K May. For y'all that didn't know, Miss K May is part of Digital Click, and she's our art director. So all our marketing materials, our logos, and our overlays come from Miss K May.
Yeah, they're dope, man. They keep us looking good.
Keep it looking good. Yep. So if you want any type of art support or marketing support for your companies or your endeavors, hit up Digital Click. With that being said, I have to conclude the show. Thank you for coming in today. We hope to see you tomorrow. Y'all have a good night. Peace.
Peace.